Hello, Scorpio. Scorpio, I want to say your past loved ones are around you big time. I was just seeing some orbs floating around in my vision as I was connecting in with your energy for this reading. So you might also see some orbs or twinkling lights in your vision that are here and then gone. Shadow spots here and then gone. Whatever this could be. You might hear a ringing or a tone in your ear. All of these are indicative of the presence of your loved ones in the spirit world who are attempting to get your attention somehow. So I just want to give that to Scorpio. This is a general reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Cross watchers, roles could be reversed, so please listen up. Also, take it as it resonates, leave the rest for others. And I want you to know that I'm pulling from the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle to get your current energy for the week ahead, Scorpio. And I am aligned with love and light and God. And I'm here of service of the greatest and highest good of all of you guys. So thank you so much for allowing me to be of service in this way for you, Scorpio. Oh, there we go. Woo! Wow, that's some serious energy. And outer influences, either in your environment, people, potentially, what's going on for the week ahead for Scorpio. They say, whoa, hold on. They say it's also on the bottom, so I need to give you what's on the bottom also. Wow. Okay. Final guidance from my own real-life oracle deck. Right there. Okay. So, Scorpio, I'm also going to get you a playing card. Now, you have a lot of energy here. Big shifts are happening. And I just want to say, like, now's the time, right? You don't need a New Year's resolution to decide to be the best version of yourself, okay? You don't need a pivotal day or moment or milestone to signify a transition of becoming healthier, right? And I feel like Scorpio's going through a huge transition, and it's not necessarily timely, okay? But it is exactly what is needed. Did you see this? This was there before I shuffled, and kaboom, it just threw out at me because Spirit wanted you to have this Six of Spades. So let's just start with Six of Spades. So Six of Spades is about cutting away whatever's no longer serving you, Scorpio. One thing at a time, a little at a time, distancing yourself, moving on to calmer ways of being. Why? Because you've decided to take control of your energy and your focus and pull away from what's not working in your life anymore. Okay, I've got chills right now. I want to say that's not cold. Scorpio, I like to look at your card. Hold on. Energy, I already showed you, number 9. Okay, 9 is the number of tying up the final loose ends before we really close something off and go to the next chapter or up-leveling in our life, right? The card is chaos. That's a freaking tornado, yo. Scorpio, what's going on? I kind of feel like this chaos, some Scorpios, it might be within you, but I feel like there's a super cold, numb persona that might hide this inside, but it's also going on outside, but you're not triggered or appearing that way, right? It's not triggering a reaction out of you, but inside you sure are spinning around about it. Okay, so you have very deep emotions here. There's a core of yourself here that I feel is untouchable, and that's where there's this trigger, this stir, what's going on, but there's a part of yourself that isn't quite processing. Okay, so I just want to remind you to breathe deeply and that everything in life always moves and changes, right? Everything in life is temporary. Scorpio. So the chaos that you may be experiencing, either within yourself or outside of yourself, the turbulence, the challenges, the lessons, right? Usually it's the thing that we dread doing the most. That's the right answer. That's usually the thing that we really need to do, right? But it takes the most of ourselves to do it because we wish it was some other way, right? But unfortunately, sometimes it's not. Okay, so Scorpio, the two cards that one fell and one was on the bottom here, you've got Major Arcana card number 13, Death and Rebirth, along with the Six of Cups. Okay, so death is about final endings, chapters closing. It could be about loss, whether this be a personal loss, you know, of someone that you know or love, a pet. It could also be loss of a job, all right, loss of a dream, a hope, something like this. There are many different things. This could be death of the old self, right? Death of the old self and who I used to be, especially with the Six of Cups here, evaluating what once was, all the steps it took to get to what is now, seeing seeing the stages of growth in the people around you and recognizing, am I happy with this? Am I okay with who I am today? Or are some things that I need to change because life is not what I want it to be? I feel chaotic inside, right? I feel here, Scorpio, how it's important to pick and choose, right? Sometimes we have a whole life going on, and then like something else happens and we think that we can like juggle that plate too, and we end up dropping everything. Okay, so I feel like Scorpio needs to decide what's no longer in alignment with your use of energy and time this week, bottom line. Okay, and please know that that chapters close, okay? Now this chapter may have already closed, or it may be something that you're thinking about. Okay, because Spirit's guidance here is disentangling, which is a lot like the Six of Spades. Oh my God, right? These are almost the same freaking card. Okay, disentangling says the fabric of your life, the way it sits today, it took a long time for it to all be woven together, right? A lot of moving parts there to get your day structured and your life structured the way it is. Now, just because you may find, hey man, I'm not so happy with some of these things, okay, doesn't mean that you're stuck because that's the way it's always been, okay? You get to decide, I don't like these things anymore, and I'm going to make X, Y, and Z changes that are going to, I feel for some, drastically or radically change your life. For others, it's a bit slower, okay? So please use your own free will and good judgment and take it as it resonates. I want to, they're drawing me into the snake. Look at this. That's like a person, and that's a snake's head. I just want to remind you that sometimes our thoughts can be insidious. Sometimes the words that people say to us, oh my God, like I am feeling this right now. Like maybe I have said some horrible words, or you've said some terrible words to me, and it just stirs around inside of me and makes me so darn upset, right? And I can feel how maybe that's exactly what it's supposed to do. But if you're so upset, it's for a fucking reason to cut that shit away, okay? To back away and disentangle. It's okay to want out. It's okay to say, I signed up for something and I kind of don't want this anymore. It's okay to say, I don't want to be this way anymore, and to recognize that progress and willingness to be better is huge, okay? It's not gonna, you're not gonna step into the perfect thing, like right from this. There's a process, and you've got to honor the process and respect it and be proud of yourself for your willingness to truly shift, because disentangling indicates that you're not just changing, you're truly closing and putting something behind you forever, and you want to truly start something else new and grow from that kind of a foundation that's more in alignment with who you see yourself to be. All right, and Spirit says that's okay, one healthy decision at a time. Just choose the next best right thing for you. Okay, Scorpio, and you can't go wrong. That's what I have for you this week, and the next sign to be read will be Taurus, and I will see you guys on that video. Much love and blessings.